Hey, this is Nimbus Intuition. Let's get started thinking about good things, pleasant things. What makes you smile until your cheeks hurt? What makes you laugh until you boil over? And what makes you feel like you're floating on a cloud? Think about that. Think about that and think about that. All right, so we're into December and I didn't forget y'all. For those of y'all who heard me at the beginning of NoFap November know that I said as soon as the month was out, we were getting right back into shell work. And so it's Shellwork Time, all right? So a lot of times I'm talking about the inside because the inside is what's most important. No shades to those of y'all who work on the outside because the outside, we got to keep the shell right so that it can last. But it's time for shell work for that reason in particular. Because we do want this shell that we're in, this body that we are in, to last. And so, let's get into the shell work. Now, that's not the reason I want to get back into it. I've been looking at some of the old videos I did, and I saw, how skinny I got when I got to when I went overseas. Just see how skinny I got. Oh my goodness. I was on my vegan tip and, I lost a lot of weight. And I think too much weight if you ask me. So I've gained like a lot of that back. However, I want to go ahead and shed a little bit. Not like I was over there though, but I'm going to go ahead and we're going to shed a little bit. And so for those of y'all who want to join me in this, I think what I want to do is get back into the programs that I created. Now, if you remember, I created a jump rope program, all right? And it's a 4-week jump rope program, and it works. It's interesting how we can know how to do something and then don't do it. We can absolutely know what we need to do in order to get the results we want, but then we'll sit on it. Or, we'll do other things. And so, the jump work program that I created, it works. If you do that and you're eating, decently, you'll see a difference. And so that along with drop the pounds. Drop the pounds is what I initially came out here with. Drop the pounds is the 7-day cleanse that I started my videos with as I was sharing my initial weight loss journey. And so I kind of altered it a little bit and then, so there's that. So that in conjunction with the jump rope program and like a couple of other things that I threw in there from stuff that I've done, I created a standing workout routine. That's what it is, a standing workout routine. It's short, something I used to do when I was on break, when I was working at a job. We had like a 15-minute break, and I could go ahead and I can get in like a 10-minute, 15-minute workout on the break, right? So I want to do all of that because I think that as far as what I want to do, I can do it in just about I think about a 3-month period. So I'm putting the intention out here right now that in 3 months I want to go ahead and shed a couple inches off and get back into working out. And so that's what I intend to do. All right, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to do the drop the pounds cleanse, and I think I'm going to also add the transition. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I did a transition as I became vegan. I did a 1-year transition to vegan. And so I'm not trying to go back to being 100% vegan. However, that transition is a good transition to do because I'm basically eating vegetarian for the most part. All right? So it's a bunch of things that I'm going to put in there all together to do to make it happen, all right? And so that's the cleanse, that's the transition to vegan, although, it's not going to be the complete transition. The jump it out program, the standing the standing, what's it called? I don't have a name for it. The standing routine, the standing exercise routine. And then I think that's it. So that's what's going to happen for the next 3 months. And I will alter the Jump It Out program so that it kind of stretches out. All right. So it's a 4-week program. I'm going to make it stretch through this 3 months. Okay. So that's the intention. I'm going to lose at least 2 inches, off of everything, and I'm gonna be good with that. I think it's 2. I did my measurements already. If you haven't done your measurements, that's what you start with. Okay, so we're talking about the measurements. I always say that the measurements are better than weighing yourself, because weighing yourself doesn't count for certain things, and so it's better to do measurements. You can do both, of course. I'm not trying to focus on the weight. I'm trying to focus on the inches. And so I did my measurements. And what I measure is the largest part of the thigh, right? The waist, like where you put your belt, on the largest part of that going around. You measure that. And then the length of your arm, the upper part of your arm, the bicep part. So not, a relaxed arm. So you measure those 3 areas to see what your measurements are. So as you are, shedding pounds or gaining, whichever you're doing, you keep that in mind, all right? And so what I found is that the thigh measurement and the waist measurement is usually about 10 inches off from each other. So if you have something like a 36-inch waist, then your thigh measurement is gonna Your thigh measurement is gonna be 26. That's usually how it is. So you can go from there. But so you know what you want to do. Me, according to my measurements, let me think, because I did it the other day. Okay, so it's more like it's about 5 inches. It's not 2. It's more like 5 inches. Yeah, 5 inches is what it is. And so you can go ahead and join me. It's not going to be the main part of what I'm showing everybody, but I want to put it out there because y'all who are wanting to do that as well, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. I will place a link to get to my Jump It Out program, and I'm going to offer it for almost nothing, That's something I created when I was overseas, and so you'll see a sexier me in there or whatever. But I'll offer it for almost nothing, and I'll leave a link to that so that you can get to it. The Drop the Pounds program, I did place it in a book, and so I'll leave a link to that too, and I'll drop the price on that so that you can have access to it. So it's like I'm going to drop it so that it's something that is reasonable. All right, and then what else? And then the other stuff, I think I'm just going to show you, right? So if you're going to do it with me the way I'm going to do it, I'm gonna say starting on, what is today? Is the 3rd? Yeah, I guess we gotta start soon, right? So this is the thing, because it's a Sunday, the best thing to do is start on tomorrow. However, because I'm just bringing it to you, there's no prep time. So I'm going to say let's start on Thursday, because I could go ahead and, leave some links so that you can have some ideas of what we're doing. Fortunately, that the way I do things is we do prep first. And so the prep work is something that I'll go over once again. That's all inside of the, which program? Okay, so the Drop the Pounds program I also did in a course, right, form, and so I'll leave that. Y'all just gonna have to go ahead to the links, right? because I don't really want to talk about it. I want to go ahead and do it. So I have everything available. Like I said, I'm going to have it for almost nothing. You can grab it. But we're going to start with the drop the pounds, because there's some prep involved. And so right now, go ahead, grab that. I'm going to go ahead and leave the link for that, so that by Thursday we can start. So over the weekend, we're going to get everything together. Just look out for the link, okay? I'll post it on the board, on my board, and so that you can follow along if you're going to follow along. But there's about 4 days of prep work, all right, before we get to the cleanse. Always want to start off with the cleanse. The cleanse cleans us out, gets us ready for whatever we're going to do. And what we're going to do after the cleanse is the transition to vegan program. However, you don't necessarily have to be going vegan to do this. And I'm going to go ahead and leave that all for you all to grab. So this is what we're doing. And you have to know that over the holidays, you're probably going to be like on a vegetarian kick. And so if you're doing this with me. And so keep that in mind. Now, just like everything else, you know, you can adjust it the way you want or need to. However, all of these things that I'm doing work, okay? All right, they work. If you want to transition and that's your goal, it works. If you want to go ahead and drop some pounds, this works if you do it. And the jump rope program, it works. And so all of this stuff absolutely does work. So I'll go ahead and I'll start by leaving at least one link for you tonight. And then I'll post some stuff on the board so you can follow through. But this is not what I'm going to do videos on. When I do tea time, maybe I'll talk about it some. It's just about doing it, all right? And so I'll give you the plan of action. You can follow along with me. Or you can figure out how you want to do it yourself. But I will at least leave the drop the pounds one for you tonight so that you at least have that ready to go ahead and do the prep work. Because the prep work will take you at least 4 days. I'm going to say 4 days. You can actually do it in one if you really about it. But I give it 4 days. You can give us time to kind of get it in. So, but because this is a holiday month, I just want to give you a heads up that you will be eating vegetarian over the holidays, most likely, if you're doing this with me. All right. So I feel like I'm rambling now. Go ahead and look out for the link. This is going to be for the Drop the Pounds program at first. And like I said, look out for the other stuff and look out for the board. All right. So I'll post some stuff. All right. And yeah, let's do this, right? It's time. Let's get the shell work right. If you start now, by the time the spring comes around, you will see a difference. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it if you're following along, all right? And so following along means taking action to do the things that I'm talking about, all right? All right, y'all. And so that's all I'm bringing to you tonight, because I definitely wanted to put that out there before I got started so that all of you who want to go ahead and do it too can come on and we can do it together. All right, y'all. Comments, questions, y'all know what to do. And I'll see y'all soon. Look out for the link and see you next time. Hope you're well. Once again, love and gratitude.